right, we're ready for language today, being Thursday, April 9th. Before we begin our lesson today, you'll need page 148 out of your book, but just hold on to that for a second. We're going to do a couple of review exercises, and then we'll move into it. Probably hear a lot of background noise. We have a lot of stuff going on at church up here, getting some things done, so just excuse the noise. Okay? So let's look at the sentences I have on the board. And what I'd like for us to do for those is I'd like for us to divide between our subjects and verbs, underlining subjects once, verbs twice. Okay? First sentence, hand me that plate, please. Subject. Hand? No. Hand me that plate, please. What type of sentence is this? This is an imperative sentence. This is asking someone to do something. So, we have learned the subject of an imperative sentence is always you, right? It's an understood you. So I would put here in my parentheses, you being my subject, hand me that plate, please. And then I would divide between you and hand. That's a little tricky one there. Second one, she has written her best. She has written her best. Subject, she. Verb or verb phrase. Always check that second word. Yes. Verb phrase, has written. And then we would divide between she and has. Okay? The boys and girls sang beautifully. Subject, boys, girls, not and. Don't underline that whole thing there. And is a joining word. So boys, girls, verb or predicate, sang. And then we would divide between girls, sang. Okay? So that's just a little quick review there, but just wanted to review that real quick. Keep that in your mind. I have some sentences here, and my first sentence strip says, look at this picture of a Luna moth. We're looking for adjectives in this sentence. Look at this picture of a Luna moth. Okay? So I would like for you in this sentence to find an adjective that describes what kind. So I would look first. You're probably like, I don't know, Miss Upchurch. What are my nouns? Picture and moth, right? Remember, our strategy is to go in and find our nouns first. The adjective here is Luna that tells what kind of moth. It's a Luna moth. So Luna would be my adjective. Okay? Have another one for you. The twins are 7 years old today. What's an adjective here that tells how many? 7. That's right. 7 describes years. It tells how many years old they are. Okay? And then the last one. I've looked everywhere, but I can't find my sock. Can you tell me an adjective that shows whose or possession? I've looked everywhere, but I can't find my sock. Now, I wouldn't show possession, but my would show possession of sock. Whose sock? My sock. Plus, that's not a noun. Looked is not a noun, and can't is not a noun. So we would be looking at sock. The adjective before it would be my, describing whose. Okay? All right. So as we're moving along today, you can go ahead and take out your paper for today. We have a new concept today. So let me erase this quickly, and then we'll go over that concept. It's not a difficult concept. You just have to remember your strategy for solving. Okay? So you have a look closely. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. Got it. A, an, and the are always used as adjectives. Remember the past couple days I've been saying an apple. Not yet, but put it in your mind. The boy. Not yet, but put it in your mind. Okay, today, bring it forward. Remember it today. Use a or a before words that begin with a consonant sound. A planet, a space rocket. Use an before words that begin with a vowel sound. An asteroid, an orbit. Okay, so let's think. So we're using a and here. Now, you don't have to worry about the. We don't have a rule with that. I mean, you don't have to worry about it. Let's focus on a and an. Okay? Let's have an example of, let's see, I had some written down right here. Got it. Some space words. Eclipse. Would I use a eclipse or a eclipse or an eclipse? I don't know. How would I know? Well, this word right here, I would go in and my strategy would be I would check out this first letter right here. And it is a vowel. That is correct. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Okay? So, for an, we have vowel. For or a, consonant. Okay? So, that's a vowel. So which one would I use? An. Exactly. Let me give you another word. Rocket. Would I use a or an? I don't know. Well, let's underline this first letter. Is that a vowel or a consonant? R is a consonant, so a rocket ship. Zoom through the sky with Lucy in it. All right, let's do another one. Satellite. Sorry about that. Satellite. Okay, well, would I use a or an? I'm going to, my strategy, underline my first letter. S is a consonant, so I would use a there. Okay? So does that make sense to you how to do this? I'm sure that you guys are probably like, yes, Miss Upchurch, we've done this before, but I just want to be sure everybody's on the same page with us. Okay? So let's look at think A. Let me grab my top real quick. Sorry. Okay? Think A. Write a or an before each word or phrase. Number one, blank, happy, smile. Would you write a or an there? H is a consonant, so we would use a. You are correct. A, happy, smile. Number two, going down, blank, wagon. A wagon or an wagon? That's right, because W is a consonant. Number three, a artist or an artist? Artist begins with a. That is a vowel, so we would use an. Correct. Number four, blank, orange, star. You're looking at the word orange. Orange begins with O. O is a vowel, so we would use an. Number five, blank, strange object. A strange object or an strange object? Well, let's look at the word strange. Begins with an S. S is a consonant, so we would use a there. Oh, number six, blank, earache. Ooh, I hope nobody has that one. A or a earache or an earache? I have an earache. an is correct because E is a vowel. Just underline that first letter, and if it's a vowel, use an. Use an A, E, I, O, or U. Okay? All right, let's look at Remember B. Use proofreader marks to correct the mistakes in the paragraph. We have capitalize, insert, lowercase, delete, or spelling mistake. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be an astronaut? What? No. Have you ever wondered what it would be? Spelling mistake there. So put a little SP. That should be like. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be an astronaut? What type of punctuation would we insert there? Question mark. The word astronaut means space sailor. Men and women's, what is that? Spelling mistake there. It needs to be women. The plural of woman is women. W-O-M-E-N. Who are astronauts must go to college and learn much about science and arithmetic. Have an extra word there, yes. So we need to use our delete mark over and, the second one. Some, pause, it's the beginning of a sentence, that S needs to be capital. Astronauts have been jet pilots, and some have been science teachers. If you love, should love be capitalized there? No, that's not a proper noun. So you need to write LC above that for lowercase. If you love science and arithmetic and adventure, maybe being an astronaut would be a good job for you. I'm thinking about somebody that might be a good job for. All right, let's look at Think C. Underline the nouns, circle the adjectives, draw an arrow from each adjective to the noun it describes. We're going to do one of these together. Carlos watched the green and yellow parachute in the sky. Okay? So let's go through and pick up our nouns. Carlos, you need to underline it. Parachute. And sky. That's correct. Now, there's nothing before Carlos, so we can move past that one. What is our next noun? Parachute. So let's keep going here. Let's back up. Does yellow describe parachute? Sure. Circle it, match it. And? No, but it's a conjoining word. So there is a word before it that belongs in this these two adjectives. So there are two adjectives here that are describing. So let's back up. Green, yes, circle it, match it to parachute. And today we've added the. So circle the and match it to parachute. So yellow, green, the, all circled and matched to parachute. Okay, now let's look at the end. Sky. Does the describe sky? Yes, so you circle it and match it to sky. Okay, then I'll let you do 2, 3, 4, and 5 on your own. But just remember now, we're picking up the, a, and and. And I've been saying to you, these are not, we're not going to count them as adjectives, but we will later. So this is later. So you go ahead and finish 2, 3, 4, and 5 on your own. Underline your nouns first. Go to each individual noun. Backen those words up. Then we see, obviously today, and is joining two adjectives together. So we want to go back and pick up both of those. All right? And you can do the ends of those, of Think C there on your own. All right? If you have any questions about any of that, you can send it to me. Next, we would be into spelling. I will not do a video for spelling today. You will have a spelling test that I have made for you that you will multiple choice and matching that you'll take. So you'll take your spelling test and then send it to me for a grade. So no video for spelling.